No, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're like, and then also I can tell from the cast, like they're having a lot of fun. Just from just like Luffy. I think out of the cast, Luffy was like probably I think the closest portrayal of everyone else. Like he did get the part down. So I was like, so that was a surprise. I know Zoro's actually a bit more. I think he was like more quiet. I know he's actually more lively in the anime.
Yeah. The way I describe it is that they took the way Zoro is currently in the series, and they apply like where the series is at currently, like 1,000 whatever some episodes.
Oh god.
They took that version of him and applied it to his old self, and I'm like, that's not who he was at this point in time, which is one of my criticisms, because Zoro is very much like just as jovial or chill as like Luffy and them early on. So I didn't like that they kind of homogenized him down to like this, to this fucking like, no, man, be serious and kill everybody, like mentality. That's the part that's gonna tick me off. But yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, because he was like more serious. Like, and I was like, I mean, he was about a lot more likely in the anime. And then like he kind of, but then he just, I think crack up the moments where he just like sleeping and be like, oh, I want to rest. Like, you know, like kind of like this guy was in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little more, yeah, and then Nami was more of a bitch. I know. I was like, Nami also could like, cause she also usually could tone down, but I think they did take. Like, she didn't really. You know how like in the anime she kind of like flirts with all the guys or something to get what she wants. But
yeah.
They changed it and how she get money.
Yeah. I mean, the point was that the only reason why I'm like half and half with that because so if you remember, she gets that trait from Bellemere actually. Like Bellemere doesn't.
Bellemere's like her character got cut down a lot. I don't know where she got that from. It's from Bellemere.
Yeah, so I get that. Well, no, they do it when she first steals the boat from Buggy's henchman. But it's such a quick scene and it never comes up again. Also, Nega, I see what you're saying. Maybe they wanted Zoro to be more serious to play off of Luffy. No, because Luffy's less goofy compared to his anime counterpart. Like, Luffy is super goofy in the anime. So I have to accept that some things are just live action adaptation things, and there's not inherently wrong. But I just don't. I don't like seeing my series homogenized into this version that like poorly represents what it is.
I know with Zoro though, there were like a couple scenes like I think kind of like crack up too with them. Where I think the first episode when I think what was that when he was one of the Marine sons, and then he was like he was in there for a bit.
You mean Helmeppo?
Helmeppo, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He was like butt naked for some reason, and then Zoro comes in.
Yeah, that's a live action exclusive thing, and I don't know why they went that direction. But I've been hearing but people say it's funny, so I guess they can take a W on that one.
Yeah, like there's like some things like he kind of like okay, like, or also too. I think also too when I think in the third episode when they went to have the dinner with Usopp and Kuro, and then I think there was a moment where he was like, oh, this should be good.
Oh yeah, because the dinner thing is a different sequence because the mansion is nowhere near. Well, the mansion is nowhere near as much of a backdrop in the anime as it is in the live action. So I just. Well, what would you rate it? Let's go with that. What would you rate it?
Rate it?
For your personal opinion.
My personal opinion, I was like, I could give it a 6.5 out of 10. Because there's like some parts of the live action I did enjoy, so like, and then also I did come in there like not expecting like I wouldn't like I did come into live action expecting like, yeah, they're not obviously they're not going to do everything from like the manga and the anime like true for true. Like I didn't do that earlier, so I had that expectation. But there was like I could tell like for the cast there, like they were having fun and then just having a good time with them. Like so I personally like I could feel that energy at least. So that part of and then their moments together. So like that was a huge plus.
So because that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I understand, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. I don't want to act like I'm just like this fucking curmudgeon who's like, I catch you out here having fun, you bitches. Like no, like I'm glad that you like people are enjoying the show, and if anything, if it gets them to watch the anime and indulge in what I consider to be the better experience, then fine. Right? Like I'm not gonna sit here and be the guy who absolutely like you don't want it. Like I get but like at the end of the day, this is just my critique of it. As someone who loves the series to death, I'm a lot more particular about what I'm giving a fucking 8 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10, or a 10 out of 10. And people are like, well, it's like the best anime adaptation we've gotten in live action. And my response is, you shouldn't have put it in live action anyway. Because I don't know if anyone agrees, but my opinion is, it got worse as it went on. Like, in my opinion, the worst episodes are probably the last couple. For different reasons, mind you. Like, Sanji's fight with Kurobi, fine. Usopp's really homogenized fight with Chu kind of pissed me off. No Hachi, no Johnny Yosaku, so no fight with Hachi for Zoro. Luffy's fight with Arlong is actually probably the more forgettable thing. And then...
I was very quick though too, wasn't I? Because I know Arlong got down a lot.
Yeah.
And then the moment you blink at the eye, you're just like realizing, wait, it's over?
And that's kind of my problem. It's just, I get it. You don't have to watch that version, and there are things you should. And in a lot of cases, it probably is smarter to watch like the anime. You can still watch the anime later, right? It's not like the anime goes anywhere because of the live action. I just wish they hadn't made it. I'm agree with you. I wish that because it's not gonna get better. Like I said, and see now Nessa doesn't know about the future arcs in full detail, so she doesn't know how ridiculous this shit gets. Actually, the goal is to, if we can get a chance, watch a little bit more of it tonight for her. But like, for those of you who know how ridiculous this shit gets, everyone's in the back like, bro, if this thing doesn't have a better budget, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna take them a year just to get the goddamn sets ready for some of these areas they're about to go to. And then they're gonna have to in all this talk of throwing Kuro back into the story. Still gotta introduce Smoker and Tashigi, and I don't even know if they're gonna touch Dragon. That's a whole other issue we don't even need to talk about yet.
I guess we don't have to worry about Dom Creek.
Man, I know how my boy, Tyrone, that hurt Tyrone's soul.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, I thought Tyrone ran away.
Oh, he was mad. Remember, because we watched it, he was like, "What the fuck?" And then you were like, "Yeah, that's it." And he was like, "What? What do you mean that's it?"
Yeah.
I understand. Listen, I understand that the fan base doesn't view East Blue that important because of all the other crazy arcs that happen, all the other crazy plot points and villains and shit. And that's what everyone ever always talks about when they talk about One Piece. Like Wano right now, they've been talking about Wano and Kaido and Gear 5 and all this other shit. So people fucking forget, East Blue was a thing. And I'm just like...
Yeah, I got this found out because I like East Blue. So I guess going to be coming up more for the right later on.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of crazy shit. There's a lot of fun and crazy shit.
Yeah, so it's kind of, but it seems like a lot of people seem to rush so much of it, it didn't have time to process all the episodes.
the way I always.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like they didn't have a chance to process. They probably binged it, like just going on and don't even didn't come back to it. Like, and then that's probably why. Like, so only I think the parts like the major fights or something seemed like they stood out to those people, and that's like what we talk about. Or there are certain moments that popped up, which you brought on more often.
And I guess the concern is more so. I get it. It's not like I don't get it, but I feel like if you're struggling with these